Are live with the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, the PNG user, YouTuber, notorious Blinkehyo. How's it going, man?
Hello, how's it going?
Good, man. Good. I am so glad you decided to come on and be a part. Oh, there's something on my shoulder. Something on my shoulder. Be a part. Oh, someone
Get
just.
it
Oh my
off your
God! Get it
shoulder.
off! Get it off! I'm so glad that you decided to come on and be part of this experiment. I really want to know some of the unique challenges that content creators face, right? I know what I faced in my own personal experience from going from 6 hours a day editing video to
Yeah, the
minimal
grind.
edits at all. Yeah, exactly. The grind. So what, where did you start? What did you start with? How did you first get into doing what you're doing now?
It's funny you asked that because I've got a very unconventional way of starting.
Okay.
I actually used to use like a VCR. I don't know if any of you know what that
A
is.
VCR. Oh God, I'm a boomer, man.
Yes.
You see the gray in my beard? I'm a boomer.
My dad had a VCR and he had like a DVD player and a PS2. So I would mix like the audio from like the DVD with like the PlayStation 2. And I'd use like the two of them to make like weird videos that I would show my parents. And they would
Hey,
like sit down after dinner and look at them.
that's interesting. That's interesting. So you started at a young age, because I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you don't sound very old. You don't sound very old. Not like
Uh,
myself.
we're probably either the same age or maybe I'm older. I'm 30.
I'm
Well,
33.
29.
33.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn, I really have a bad judgment of these
No,
things.
it's you know what? I have a young looking face. Honestly, I do.
You
I
do,
get it
you
all
do,
the
you
time.
really do.
That's why I had to grow my beard out. My wife used to be confused as my mom. It was like it's happened multiple times. It's strange. Um, but yeah, so you started with the VCR back in the
Yes.
day. When you moved, so are you old enough to remember a time before the internet?
Actually, I don't think I do because I remember like back when I was really young. I don't remember the name of the software,
Yeah.
but there was like this thing that my older siblings they would use, and they would get on chat sites and stuff, and I couldn't wait till I was old enough to get on there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, Krister, welcome to the stream. Yes, you're first. You are first. Um, I remember back in the day, man, we'd have something called an AOL disc. When you dialed up, you would get
I
like a
remember that.
thousand free minutes, and you'd put it
Oh
in your
yeah,
computer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, they'd
that's
have
what I
them everywhere.
used.
Oh yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was crazy back in the day. But now you're in the modern world. You're an adult. You're grown up. You have a game plan in front of you.
That's right.
Where did you start this channel? This Blinkehyo channel?
This is actually like my third channel I've given a try to.
Okay.
But I started this one because I wanted to jumpstart a voice acting career. So I'd upload stuff where if I wanted to like make a script for something, I would upload it to this channel and stuff. Or
Yeah.
if I was trying to like do a collab for like a comic dub or something like that. And I've slowly but surely gotten away from that because I wanted to like make my own scripts and I wanted to learn how to do things that were more self-reliant, I suppose, more like making video essays and stuff like that.
Yep. Yep.
So that's kind of like where it's starting to go now to where I want to make people understand certain things. It's kind of like a video essay kind of channel, that type of thing.
Sure.
That's where it's kind of growing into at least.
Yep. So my chat's asking, are we supposed to see the other guy? So Blink, he does not want to be on camera for this, which is no big deal.
I'm a PNG tuber.
PNG tuber, right? So one of the biggest things that you have to do online, and this is a lesson for everybody, is protect your anonymity, because there are all type of people on the internet, and you never know who you're gonna run into. Like this face is ugly, so I just put it out there for everybody to see. But yeah, no.
We're not.
So yeah, I've got his character down right somewhere on the screen. Somewhere on the screen. It's somewhere on the screen just so that
Bottom right.
people can see who we're talking to. Yeah, so you started in this channel. Sorry, I was doing a lot of other things. I was distracted. You
Oh,
started
you're fine.
this channel. What are some of the first unique experiences that you've had starting this channel?
Another fun fact about another channel I've had was so I would actually have you ever heard of the series called Ace Attorney?
Yeah, the objection.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The Phoenix Right, the Phoenix Wrong stuff, which
yeah,
is basically like taking assets from the Phoenix Wright series and trying to make them into like musical stuff or whatever type of stuff you want to do with that. I'm sorry, I'm bad at explaining things,
No, it's okay.
but I would take assets from this, from the Phoenix Wright website or whatever. I think it was called courtrecords.net, and I would use that to learn how to use Sony Vegas. And I would have all these videos where I was basically trying to make something cohesive with it. And then eventually, over time, I would learn how to use Sony Vegas by using all of these assets.
Gotcha.
So that was kind of like my first real experience trying to make videos and stuff.
Sony
And it was on like a
Vegas.
really crappy laptop too.
I feel like I used Sony Vegas back in the day. Um, then
Are you
uh,
Adobe Premiere now?
I was until I downloaded Filmora or I purchased Filmora, and it just
Mhm.
saves so much time. There's so much time that it does save. Like Adobe Premiere, you can definitely appreciate for the fine tooth editing that it does, but I'm not one who is editing multiple soundtracks, video tracks, and all this stuff together that I need that much of a setup. So Filmora takes
Ah,
really good care of me.
that's good. That's
Yep.
great, in fact.
Yep. So what do you use now?
I'm still using Sony Vegas to this
Okay.
day.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Everybody.
I went from cracking it, like going on the internet and stealing it, to
Yep.
buying it now and using it that way.
Yep.
So I'm
Yep.
happy about that.
I've got to convince my wife to let me upgrade Filmora from 11 to 12. It's like $29. Back in the day, I just pirated everything, right? That's what we did.
That was the whole internet,
That
pirating
was the
everything.
wild west.
Yes, it was.
So you've got your channel established. What are your goals coming into 2023 for your channel?
Um, See, I honestly don't do enough, and
Okay.
that's what I feel. So
Okay.
I want to actually at least upload a video a month. That was my goal for 2022, but I'm going to crack down on that. I've got all these ideas put up in a poster somewhere, and I'm going to actually try and make a video a month. I mean, because like the important thing is actually doing it.
Sure.
It's not, just having the ideas and stuff. Actually doing it is more important than having the ideas. So that's what I'm going to try and do at least.
Yeah, just do like everybody else does these days. Just get an AI to write your script, and then you know how much of your work do you actually do yourself?
um, Rephrase that question because I would just say all of it.
Oh, okay. When it comes to voiceover editing, music selection, clip selection, all that stuff, how much like do you is there any that you task out to anybody else? Because sometimes I guess when you get to a point where you have a larger YouTube channel, you might outsource the work to Fiverr. Like, do you do your thumbnails and everything?
Yeah, that's all me. I mean, I could definitely do a better job, but I mean, it's better than spending money on it, I guess.
Yeah,
If I had the money, maybe I would outset at least the editing because that takes a long time.
absolutely. It's strange. I just got monetized a
Nice.
couple of days ago, to be honest.
Very
Um,
nice.
and you think you're going to walk into this life of luxury, rich, and famous lifestyle from YouTube. In reality, it's not that much.
Oh, yeah,
It's not that
no.
much. It's really not.
Never go into it if you're going for money. That
Oh
will
yeah.
not work out for you.
Oh yeah. You've got to be passionate about what you do. Um, have you found any? You're I don't want to say you're on the smaller side, but you're almost at 500 subs. Have you found any dedicated fan base
Um,
audience?
on Honestly, I'm very fortunate. I don't quite have a fan base, but I have a friendship group,
Good.
and these people support me through everything, and that makes me feel like I'm doing something right.
Absolutely. Everybody needs support. Everybody does. Are
Right.
they the yes everything's great type, or are they the type to tell you when, oh, this is crap?
Um, I haven't heard that yet, but I'm
Okay.
waiting for it. Honestly,
Okay.
I'm waiting for the video where I make something crap, and they're like, you know what, this is bad. Because I really want someone to tell me if I'm making something terribly.
And that's where I'm at too. I was having a conversation with a friend last night on stream. Um, Krista, I don't know how to disable camera. I don't know at this point. I don't know the answer to your question. I'm not sure your question. But I was talking with a friend last night. Excuse me one second. Trying to get over cold. Trying to get over cold. I did not want to cough into the microphone.
Oh no.
I want to stream Tonki Gaming. We've been friends for years, a
Yeah.
year, a while now. But we were talking about it. I never felt like I made good enough content for other people. Even when I was doing other like podcast style content, anything like that, where it's been like 6 to 8 hours editing a day. Um,
Yeah.
it never felt good enough. So like coming over to this channel where I've developed a core group of people around me, it's like, man, like I need to do more. I need to do more. I need to work harder. Um, yeah, like have you ran into that, like the imposter syndrome?
Absolutely. Like
Yeah,
I have no idea where all these subscribers came from, to be honest. Like you would think that only 400 and whatever I'm at right now is like low, but to me it feels like way too much. Like where are these guys coming from?
absolutely, absolutely. And one of the things that I struggled with is I was so focused on a thousand subscribers. I hit the watch
I'm
hour.
still on that.
I hit the watch hours time well before I hit 1,000 subscribers.
That's
Um,
really nice.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because my other channel, I'm sitting at 950 subscribers, but I have half the watch time. So it lets me know that my niche was bad, my videos were bad. You know what I mean? Something like that. Something is wrong
Yeah.
on my other channel. Um, but Alex is asking, were there any things that you wish you knew when you were starting your content creator life?
Um when I was starting, not exactly. I mean, I guess just am I allowed to curse in this channel?
Sure.
All right. So my motto going into it nowadays is F it send. Like that's F it send is just basically if you make something, put it out there. And I feel like I should have done that a lot more because then
Yep.
I would have learned a lot more. I would have done a lot more. But now I'm just so in my head. I'm like, this isn't good enough. I got to wait another 5 or so weeks before I even do something now.
And then you get
So just,
then
uh,
you get stuck. You get stuck, right?
yeah, I got stuck in my head.
Yep. Um, I was talking to somebody else about like the quantity versus quality theory. Have you heard about that?
Yeah, I've heard about it, but it's on the other side. This is interesting.
Yeah, it's like your quantity that you put out, you're going to learn more from doing that because you're going to get the response, you're going to get the feedback versus trying to make your best perfect video. Um, the way I think about it, have you ever seen Naruto?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Like there's an episode where Kakashi makes him transform like 1,000 shadow clones, and he has to learn the Rasengan, and each shadow clone is learning a bit and piece, and once it finally comes back to the collective, he figures it out. Um, so, just the quantity that you're putting out, in my opinion, is much better because you're getting that critical feedback. And who knows, you might put something out that just clicks and hits and goes mini viral or whatever you want to call it. And you're like, okay, I need to do more of that. And
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So where do you think your hangup is, like, on putting out more content now that you're looking at a perfectionist state?
Um, Honestly, I forgot what it's called. Is it? No, it's not the Mandela effect. There's like some effect where the more you know, the less you actually know. I forgot
Mm-hmm.
what that's called.
The more you realize you don't know anything at all.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my tongue. But essentially, what it is when you go into something, you feel like you know everything about it and you can do whatever you want. But the more you go into it, the more you learn, the more you realize that you don't know. I think this is Streisand effect. No, that's something else.
It's not the Dunning Kruger. Like,
Oh no, it is the Dunning Kruger.
is it?
Yes,
Is it okay?
yes, the Dunning Kruger. So you feel as though you know everything as you're going into it.
Yep.
So you'll do whatever, and it will be complete crap, but you'll feel like it's good. But the more you go into it, the more you feel like you don't know anything. You see a whole sea of stuff that you don't know. So the balancing act is realizing that you don't know a whole bunch, but looking back and seeing how much you've learned throughout it all. So not focusing on what you don't know, but focusing on what you already know. And if you keep on with that, I feel as though you will make it farther rather than hanging up on not knowing what you don't know, which I've already kind of crapped myself on, but I'm trying to focus on the things that I already know so I can make something that's actually good.
that's kind of where I struggle too, right? Like, because I know that in front of me there's a wall, and on the other side of the wall there is more to know. There's more to know, but I don't know
Yeah.
how to get through that wall currently. And I reach out for other content creators to review my work or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I never get negative feedback. Like, it's
Yeah.
never
I really want that negative feedback so I can know what to do, but I don't get it
exactly.
as much as I used to.
Exactly. Just trash me. Let me know that my
Yeah,
content is
please.
trash. You know, do I need to shave my beard? Do I need to dye my hair pink? Like, let me know. Let me know. But no one ever gives me the negative feedback that my body or my soul is craving for to let me know and validate that I'm a piece of crap. But yeah, that's where I'm at. For a young audience.
Yeah.
For a young audience. This Christopher's asking, how am I supposed to get the subs when I'm 9? Do you, you know, when you're young, I would say that's like a kid, right? Like, that's how my
Yeah,
mentality
definitely.
always has. Like, when you're a kid, just have fun. Just have fun with what you're doing, and don't put yourself online so much, just because you never know who's going to be out there lurking, and who
Oh
could,
yeah.
it's different when you mature a little bit. You grow up to the age where 15, 16, 17, you really start thinking about what you plan on doing with the content you're creating, whether it be streaming, whether it be YouTube. I would say wait until you're older, to be honest. Other than that, just have fun. Just have fun. It doesn't matter when you're young.
Yeah, honestly. And you forget that when you're in that moment when you're still young. But trust me, when you get older, I've been told this so many times, but please take it to heart. When you get older, you're going to miss these days. So just
Absolutely.
enjoy what you can do right
Absolutely.
now.
Well, I
That goes for us too, like me and you. Like we
yeah,
we feel as though we're old right now, but in fact we are not as old as we think we are. So we need to enjoy these times as well.
my knees tell me that you are lying.
Oh god, I wait for the day that happens to me.
Oh yeah. No, and it's I don't know, like, I would just say have fun with it, because one day you won't anymore. And
It's true.
then it becomes a job. And
Heed our words. It will
yes.
not be fun one day. Have fun.
Yes.
Enjoy whatever you're doing.
That was one of the things that I ran into with the other channel. Is I got so tired of making videos, but I was so close, right? I was at 900 subscribers. I was so close, so close. One of these videos will take off. And then I got so fed up with it, so bored, so sick of making the content, that I just said I'm done. I'm going to go do something else, and I did, and it's worked. So
Hmm.
that's, maybe changing career paths is never a bad thing. I guess
It's
that
the sunk
old,
cost fallacy, yeah.
yeah, the old saying, when one door opens, another one closes, or something, other way around. When one door closes,
One
another one
door
opens.
closes, yeah, another one opens.
Especially when you're in control, right? When you're in control. So,
Yeah.
um, I was thinking about going and showing the audience a little bit of what you do, if you're good
Yeah.
with that. All right, so we've got your channel up here. It is the video we're going to be watching is the absurd appeal of breakcore, featuring Triple Beppo.
That is the Beppo.
Beppo. What is breakcore before we jump into it, or will this video tell us what it is?
This video will tell you what it
Okay.
is.
All right, so let's get into it. Very, very Legend of Zelda themed.
Yeah.
Who does your animations?
A guy named
You
Silver
know,
Elick.
I've longed for the days where
I
I finally
can
move
leave
on
him in
to
the
things
description
that
if
are
you
a
like.
little bit.
Okay, yeah.
Well, he is in the description.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So if anybody out there wants to get some animation work done, it is going to be where is it at? Silver Elick right here. YouTube Elick Flash.
Indeed.
All right, so I guess we'll jump into this real quick and see how things go.
You know, I've longed for the days where I finally move on to things that are a little bit more niche. I've made 2 videos on EDM already, and friends of the channel have already said that it seems pretty tame so far. But I'd like to extend a hand into the genre of music that can only be described as a fever-pitched dream. In breakcore, there are only 2 rules. There's a cadence, and that cadence must be broken. Everything else is thrown into madness as a result. From a mind-melting experience that's induced from throwing everything that sounds listenable into a track, to whatever kind of sound you get from throwing an assortment of kitchenware down a hill at max velocity, breakcore lies somewhere in between. And that is my fucking jam.
Okay. I have not made it this far in the video.
For those of you still left over, confused or intrigued, wondering how on earth I can even begin to explain myself, I'd like to first start out by saying that this channel is mostly about emotions and other such empathetical mediums. So of course I'm going to BS my way into making that about this topic. Breakcore at its core is about songs that, on the surface, seems as though it's filled with random clutter thrown into a semi-coherent rhythm, but in reality it has a certain cadence that it's following, even if it's very difficult to keep up with, making it seem much more chaotic once it breaks that pattern. But the goal for me isn't just to enjoy the breaks as they transpire, but to also latch on to the current pattern being presented, each shift having its own satisfying result. Going faster, completely changing up the way the beat goes, or even doing nothing but pausing for an undetermined amount of time is fair game. These shifts happen gradually, giving a satisfying riff, or as random or as frequent as the music allows, which probably isn't for everybody who prefers a steady beat. Breakcore is often accompanied by a heavy amount of percussion, being the backbone of the clashing feel that the music usually gives off. The perspective of a song where its only goal is to disorient has an interesting side effect. Rather than throw me off while I listen to it, with even expecting it from songs that I've heard time and time again, it shifts my brain into a hyper-attentive mood, clinging on to every chaotic shift that's being thrown at me. I'm a huge fan of drum and bass, a style of music that focuses on the drum line and persists throughout the song. Something that's essentially the same as breakcore, lending a beat that can be consistent in its own disorderly way, but in a more rebellious fashion, playing it fast and loose with each drum. The point being not to follow along, but to guide you through a jungle of different paths that have never been seen before, keeping you on your toes to each shift of familiarity to the obscure, distant melody that you thought you were listening to. And honestly, I think journey is the best way to describe it.
I'm assuming that's pretty good indication of what your kind of your editing style is, your channel is about. I've got to go and listen to Breakcore. It sounds fascinating.
It is, but it's definitely an acquired taste, so I'd be warned.
Okay. Yeah, no, the editing is clean.
Thank you.
Yeah, some images might have stayed on screen a little bit too long, but
yeah, well, that's a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So did you do all the editing for this video?
Yeah, I've done the editing.
Okay. How long does it take? Like, what is your editing process? How long do you spend time editing?
Honestly, the editing part doesn't take that long. It's finding the clips for it and putting it in there. That's what takes the long part right there.
That's what other people have said as well, finding the clips for it. Yeah,
that's the main problem.
In the Discord, Raimundo, I think that's who it is. Do you know who I'm talking about from Discord?
Yeah, for the YouTube channel?
Yeah. He was talking about how he'll spend hours looking for a song for a 3 to 4 second clip.
Oh,
but
I don't know about finding a song.
Yeah, no, but if you've seen his video, it is mind-blowing. So good.
Yeah, he does crazy editing.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. How long have you actually been editing?
Technically, you want to say technically, maybe about 20 years.
20 years.
As far as Sony Vegas goes, what's the difference? 7, maybe 10 years.
Yeah, Giovanni said your video was good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. It was solid, right? I'm from what I saw, you don't use a lot of jump cuts, correct?
I try not to, at least.
Yeah,
I try to flow the video into another thing, but
that's what jump cuts. That's it. That's what I was saying. That's the feeling that I got. It flows very well.
Thank you.
So, are you going to have a variety channel? Are you going to be focused around music and different types of music? What is your goal with this channel?
My goal actually is to find something that I like that's niche and putting it out there. That's kind of what my whole channel's been like. If it's something that I enjoy that most people don't enjoy, I'll try to explain what the appeal of it is. What's the Appeal is one of my more make videos, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was just looking through the channel, the best things from 2021, pushing past your limits. I big fan of anime. It appears to be.
Yeah. I'm trying to shoo away from that, but yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's
right
okay.
now, yeah.
That's okay. We're all weebs on the inside. Um, yeah. So, like, what is something that you would tell creators, of developers watching on both streams? I've got you up on Twitch and on YouTube. Um,
Hello, Twitch and YouTube. Um, I would say my motto, F its end, try and adopt that.
fucking same.
Because
Yeah.
the more you do this, the more you're going to forget that you're trying to get better at it. The more you're going to forget that this is a piece of you that you're trying to put out there. Don't forget that. It's very important that you're trying to just express yourself.
I started a long time ago making hip hop and rap music, and
Nice.
along the way I've lost a lot of passion for that, but it was a way of expressing myself. And even on this channel, like, I guess I lost myself a little bit in trying to express who I am as a creator, or a person in general. So
That's going to happen in art.
yeah.
One thing that people don't tell you is in art, the majority of people that quit, those are the losers. Well, not losers, I'm sorry. Those are the ones that don't make it big. Like those are the ones that, they see something easy, they have a passion for it, and they try it for a little while, and then they give up because, no one cares, or, they've lost the heart for it. Like those are the people that lose. That's the 90% right there. If you just keep going for it, eventually you're going to find your stride. Either
Yeah.
you're going to be happy about doing it, or you're going to find some sort of success about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. The key is always consistency. But something you said, like, I'm a huge music fan, so I'm all over the place with my music. There's a band called Drugs, Destroy, Rebuild Till God Shows, and they have a song lyric, and it's "I'm so used to being a coward. It's all I've ever been. I quit before I win." And that just
Yeah.
reminded me of that, like, giving up. But yet, at the same time, like, there's, I guess, like, you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Yeah.
So I quitting isn't always bad, I guess, as long as you don't give up.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've quit and came back to YouTube multiple times.
Well, it could be something like, I guess, like I did, for example. I completely quit the other channel. I haven't logged back into it. I haven't looked at it. I haven't checked analytics. Just quit entirely. Haven't looked back and just started focusing on this new thing. But I'm assuming what I didn't quit was all that information, all the wealth of knowledge that I learned and accumulated from doing that and bringing it to this new channel. So I don't know, maybe I didn't quit because I didn't quit YouTube, but I changed career paths. So maybe I'm looking at it wrong.
I think you are, honestly. Humans need structure. They need something to tell them how something works and how to do it. So I think artists break that convention. If you are an artist and you continue on despite whatever shortcomings and whatever people are telling you, then you are definitely an artist. You are going for what you want, what you need, and you are getting it. In my opinion.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like, as an artist,
the average person, they work a 9 to 5. Yeah, they work a 9 to 5. They get told what to do.
Yep.
If you're an artist and you're continuing on despite whatever hardships or whatever job you're doing on the side to get by, and you're continuing on with this thing that is super difficult, then you are definitely an artist. As long as you keep on going with it. Like, most people would have sheltered up by then.
That's absolutely where I'm at. Like, so I don't work a 9 to 5. I work like till I start until the job gets done. That type thing. I'm a supervisor at a pretty large company.
Very nice.
So I do that, then I come home, or actually before I go to work, I record 2 videos, thumbnails and all that stuff, and release them throughout the day. Then I come home after that. I try to get another one in. So I'm trying to do like 3 videos a day, which is different when you're in a reaction scene, because it's not so much I've got to edit, I got to find the right piece, got to find the right clip, I got to create a storyline. It's a lot more of I have to have the personality turned on at all times. And it's very similar to streaming. Like, I don't know how those guys do it. Like, just have that energy all day long.
They
I'm
either
drained.
love it or they know that the grind is going to bring them somewhere.
Yep.
Honestly, I don't. If you're trying to think about it as the grind's going to bring you somewhere, that might make you burn out a lot quicker. But if you love it, it'll be a lot easier to just keep on going with it.
Yeah, you're right. The passion's there.
Yeah, the passion's there.
Uh-oh.
Don't forget that passion.
We are. Well, all right. I'm back. I was getting a phone call from work, and that threw.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. That just. I use my phone. I use my phone as a camera, so every time I get a call from work, it throws my whole Streamlabs off, like my
Oh wow.
my picture, because everything freezes. But yeah, like finding the passion for it has definitely got to be like the key to anything that you do in life, because once the passion's gone, you might as well, I don't want to say give up, not give up, but just like find a new muse, find what calls to you.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a YouTuber named Bulletberry?
No, I haven't.
I wouldn't recommend. Well, I would recommend him, but I would say he's a lot more raunchy. But he does stuff like drugs and stuff. But
Okay.
the important thing I feel is finding whatever path has the least resistance to you. So if you're working in life and you're not really getting anywhere, if you are comfortable, I feel as though you should try and find something else. Don't get caught in that trap that society will put you in. Because as an artist, no matter what you do, you will not be comfortable. So you have to keep challenging yourself. You have to keep doing something that will make you feel whole. And if you don't feel whole in whatever you're doing and you're a YouTuber or whatever you're trying to do in life, art, music, all that stuff, follow whatever makes you feel comfortable so long as you are able to do so. That's a very important thing to remember. But I mean, you're not going to feel whole until you pursue something. Like settling is not going to help you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I like that you bring up. I like that you bring that up. Like the whole idea of what artists used to be, they challenged the conventional normatives. I lost that along the way, man. I completely lost that along the way.
We all do. We're
Yeah.
artists. I mean, society tells us we're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, and you believe it. Like you things start going well in life and things start going well at work. So you're like, oh, let me continue up the corporate chain and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
there's that's something inside of you that's just, it's a beast like clawing its way out.
If you feel that beast, you're an artist.
Yep. Yeah. Developy says, I've been doing my first animation to a song from a show, and I've been doing 30 frames per second. It's been really hard, but I think most people would give up. I have respect for people who do YouTube because it's hard. It is absolutely hard.
Oh yeah, I respect you deeply for that one.
Yeah, don't give up.
It's
Just keep
amazing.
going. And there, I was so nervous, right? I'm pretty introverted. Surprise,
Yeah,
surprise,
same.
I'm putting myself on the internet. But Think Media really helped me in the idea of just start, just hit record,
Just go.
just hit record. And I'm trying to push people into that idea, because people will be like, hey, I want to do YouTube too. Can I help you on your channel? Can I do your stuff? And I'm like, I'm fine with that, but I want you to create for yourself.
That's another trap I think you fall into. If you're a creator, you want to do something for someone else to make it easier on yourself. But I feel like even that wouldn't fulfill you. You know, you're looking for something to express yourself. But if you do something in this very small niche of what you want to do, you're not going to get out of it what you really want to put into it.
Yep. It's almost like the equation, or was it equivalent exchange from Full Metal Alchemist.
Back to anime.
Yeah, sorry, I find my way back to pop culture. But yeah, you definitely, I feel life has a funny way of giving back what you give. And whether that be karma, whether that be the spirits, whether that be whatever you do or don't believe in, I just, a lot of times I feel what goes around comes around.
I agree.
Let's see. Giovanni said the anime character is good. I think he's talking about your anime character. He likes your design.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That was made by Fia Kiera. I guess I could post it if that's
Yeah, absolutely. If let me we'll find out. Post it if you can. If you joined off that, you should be able to see the chat, right? On your end.
I can. It's kind of small, but I can at least see when someone posts something else. I gotta squint to see it.
Uh check your browser that you actually connected with. It might have a chat
Oh,
box there.
it does not.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Unfortunately.
Okay. So good. If you want to shoot me them in Discord, I'll just copy and paste. Rio, welcome to the stream. Alexi, I know, or Alex, you've been here for a little while, but how are things going out there today, guys? Rio, do you have any question for Blinkehyo? He makes YouTube videos. That's what this whole thing's about. We're interviewing other content creators to see their struggles, to see what they would tell people, to recommend to people when they first start.
And I will throw this caution out there. Don't see it as, oh, you're just a YouTube creator, oh, you're just an editor, you're just a reaction streamer. Consider yourself an artist, because that will definitely change the way you see everything you do. Because everything you do is an expression of yourself.
That's a very good point. I've got to start keeping that in mind, right? I get so locked into the corporate world now that
it'll bring it down, man.
It used to be back in the day I was like, fuck the system, you know what I mean? But now it's just like toe the line. Yeah, exactly. I am the system now. But you know, I mean, you got to have a balance of both worlds until you got to find a way to put food on the table, I suppose.
Yeah, true.
Yep. So yeah, I don't. No one's really asking any questions, and I don't want to keep you all day. Do you have questions that you want to ask? Like anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I am curious about what everyone's going up. What is the kids up to, I guess?
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, like, what are the viewers trying to do? Like, are they also creators? Are they,
Yeah, so
trying to do any projects?
Do you guys in chat have any projects that you're working on? Like any questions that we could help solve your problems that you're coming across right now, whether it be editing, any
questions or anything like that too?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. No one's ever asked the chat that. But then again, this is only the episode number 2, so
well, I could break conventions on the second one.
No, I like it. I came in.
I feel like more people need to bring other artists up. Like, they feel like they're on their own struggle, but you could look down at somebody who has like 1 subscriber and they're trying to bring themselves up. Like, even if you only have 9, there are people that are lower than you trying to do what you're trying to do. Yeah. You could help them and bring them up.
Absolutely.
It's something that you're doing currently.
Yeah, like that's where I'm at. Like that, now that I have kind of a platform, I want to highlight other artists, and I don't have a big platform. I don't. I mean, it'll grow. I'm confident that we'll get there. We'll get the 10K subs, but I want to utilize that to highlight other people, because there's no point in existing in a world where you don't give something back to others.
I agree.
Someone does fan art. Someone does an animation channel with their friends. I've got other people that run, like other reaction channels. I've got a guy that does a sleep stream in Discord.
Nice.
What's up, Paul? Welcome to the stream, man. Mine. He said, mind though I may do a shift, same thing, but with voice acting. Yeah, my buddy Paul, he's probably been my best friend forever. We grew up together. He wants to get into voice acting. Do you have any recommendations for him since you do a lot of voiceover?
I would strongly, very, very strongly recommend getting into whatever projects you can. Casting Call Club, YouTube projects where people are just, doing some sort of collab, I guess. They're making like an animation or something. Get yourself into whatever you can, because whatever you learn, like even if you're just auditioning for something, whatever you learn is going to help you going forward. Don't think of like a failed audition as just something where, you didn't get the job. Every audition I've ever done has helped me understand art even more. And I haven't, I have actually. I've done very minimal classes and stuff like that, but those seriously help you. So if you have the money or the time or the resources to like get into a class or have like a coach or something, those could seriously help you in your craft and help you, I guess, book more, I guess.
Where did you actually start doing the voice acting? Like, have you taken on projects for other people? Like
Yeah, mostly just taking on projects for friends and stuff that were doing animations and stuff like
okay,
that.
okay. I would. That sounds like it'd be so much fun to do. Like, be a
Oh,
voiceover
it's
for a
so much fun.
character.
It is so much fun.
Like, do you is there anything big that's been done that you've voice acted for?
Unfortunately, not. I wouldn't count the one project that I've done that has like 100,000 or something like that's viewers because, well, I mean, I guess it does count, but hmm, I don't know where the viewers came from, to be honest, because there wasn't that many comments. This is very sidetracked,
No,
but
it's fine.
what was I saying?
You were going along the lines of telling me why it doesn't count the work that you've done.
Well, I mean, the work that I've done has helped me. Like, I enjoy voice acting. It doesn't matter if it's for like a person that's just starting out with animation or if they are, I don't know, some sort of YouTuber that makes a whole bunch of stuff. As long as you enjoy the progress or the process of doing it all, I mean, it's for you probably. But I wouldn't do it if you're trying to make money off of it because you will make very little.
Unless you have that like Morgan Freeman voice. You know.
If you have a Morgan Freeman voice, you would have found out by now, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh yeah. You sound like Morgan Freeman. I'm gonna hire you. Alex says, I abandoned my channel once a few years ago and failed to continue it this year, so I want to try and be the gaming channel I want to be. Gaming is such an oversaturated niche that you really have to stand out.
It is, yeah.
You're either going to be the best top pinnacle gamer ever, or you're going to have an amazing, amazing personality. And I suck at video games, so I really have to come through with the personality, you know?
The problem with gaming content is I feel like people gravitate to it because it's easier, but I would try and focus on what makes you enjoy being a gaming streamer. Do you enjoy it because it gives you views and stuff? Because if that's the case, I would cut it out. However, if you enjoy it because you like interacting with people, I'd say keep going for it. I feel like you would probably make it a lot farther than most people.
You know, that's always an option. Like, I had a buddy who had a collapse, like problems with his lungs, right? And one of the days we had recommended, he wants to scuba dive. Paul knows who I'm talking about, but he wanted to scuba dive, but he can't. He wants to study marine biology, but he can't physically get down and do it because of his lungs. So I was like, why not, get like a GoPro and attach it to like a submarine and then just study life, sea life like that. And then, you don't have to go to school if you start making like YouTube, and, YouTube can be the workaround for everything in this modern
nowadays.
Exactly. In the modern world, you don't have to go to school. You don't have to go to job. You can learn everything online. I'm not saying don't go to school, but I dropped out of high school. I hated it. I did not like going, and I started my career in the workforce. And then we're here now. I have, been blessed in my life. So I can't complain. So there's always a workaround. So maybe if you do a gaming channel, don't do a let's play, but do this is why this game is beneficial to me, or the best game that I've ever played.
Like a review section.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, why do games make you want to create things? Try and focus on that rather than, so if I just play this game, I'll get like 5 or 6 people looking at me playing it.
Yeah, and you might be able to capture somebody else and inspire a spark in somebody else, like, to play that game, and share in that same level of nostalgia that you'll share, or that you share now. That's what I do. Look outside the box. Think outside the box. Don't follow what people normally do, because those people just packed together like fish in a cluster or school or whatever, and it's
Yeah, I feel
never
like
good.
the artists that follow people, those are the ones that usually burn out way quicker than anyone else.
Oh yeah, like I started this reaction channel. I just copy other people. That's all I do. So
But you had a passion behind it, though.
I do. I wanted to be the very best, like no one ever was.
And you caught all the Pokemon. And...
Yes, exactly. Developy said the voice. Do you know anything about SMG4 at all?
I don't think I've heard of that.
How about Glitchy Productions?
I don't think I've heard of that either.
They're quality content creators. They run animated story channels and stuff. And the last one that was big that released was Murder Drones. So one of the voice actors for the main character was Saber Sparks from YouTube, and she got hired by Glitch to voice act for them. So yeah, I mean, you never know who's looking at your channel, anything like that, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
I want to do more. Alex says, but to be honest, I want to go for more all-in-one channel where I can do anything I want: gaming, talking, blogging. Yeah, like it. That's ideal. That's what we all want. Just to do whatever we want and anybody to watch it. But in all reality, you have to niche down. You have to.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think doing whatever you want is going to get you the results that you want.
Yeah.
But I think focusing on the things that you do enjoy will help get that audience in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's a difference. Like, so these major stars, like the Logan Pauls, Mr. Beast, whatever, they can do whatever they want. They can, because they've already built the audience in their niche. And that follows them everywhere. Their success is already written down. So they can start a podcast. They can start a React channel. They can just go out and give money away and film it and do vlogging stuff, and people will watch it. But that's because they already built their brand. So in the beginning, niche down and stick to one thing and do that thing very well. There's an old saying that says, don't fear the man who's practiced 1,000 kicks one time. Fear the man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times.
Yeah. Was that Bruce Lee?
I think so.
Yeah.
Be like water. I don't know what.
Be like water.
It is hard or easy, and what is easy, and what I don't know exactly what that means. I will be posting animations and play video games with friends. Like when you're young, absolutely do whatever you want. Like, have fun. When you're an adult, have fun too, because you forget that. You forget to have fun. I forget to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't believe us, but trust me, when you get older, you're gonna forget how to have fun.
Oh yeah, I have a 9-year-old, and his imagination is insane, and I realize I've lost all of mine. So
yeah.
Yep. But yeah, if you want to plug any of your social media, I will re-link your YouTube so people can check it out. Again, please.
Yeah.
Check it out.
If you're interested, I appreciate it.
Check it out before you subscribe, right? Because
I would honestly agree. Yeah, dude. I mean, if you don't like it, then don't subscribe.
Exactly. I mean, if you want to watch, yeah, like put the video on, like let it play for like 5 or 6 minutes and hit the like button to help out. But don't subscribe unless you're actually committed to the channel, because that actually hurts people's channels. A lot of people think like sub for sub works. It doesn't, because if you upload a video and your subscribers don't watch it, then YouTube's not going to promote it. So that's why we try not to sub for sub. Phenomenix, what's up, man? Did you have any questions for the creator on Blinkehyo? My job later is a teacher. So Giovanni, you want to be a teacher when you get older? Interesting. I could see myself being a teacher. I'm charismatic. I could make a group of young people follow me.
I'm not quite sure how I do as a teacher. I thought about it multiple times, but I have this insane fear that kids won't listen to me.
You want to be a herpetologist? Is that somebody who studies reptiles? Also, I don't know. Yeah, at the same time, I don't know if I have the patience to be a teacher. Um, maybe on YouTube, But yeah. So, all right, it's been about 50 minutes. I don't want to hold you up very much longer. If there's anything
You're
that you
fine.
want,
It's been fun.
yeah, it's been a blast. It has, like, just learning and meeting new people and talking to people and seeing what they're about. Um, is there anything else you wanted to plug? Any social medias, anything like that?
I don't have that, but what I do have is just letting you know, meeting other creators and hearing their story and all that stuff. It is important because what you're going through right now, I relate and I enjoy everything that you're going through, and I feel like it, on some level it's going to help me out. So going out and seeing other people that are doing the same thing you're doing, it's not just helping them. It's community. You know, it's building everything up, stuff like that.
Absolutely. And like this one video, like, or this collaboration that we're doing right now, whatever you want to call it, I can shoot you the file if you want to put it up in your channel. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
It's gonna bond us together for life because we're always going to look back and be like, hey, we did this thing together. So
That's true. Yeah.
yeah, if you ever want to collab in the future, if you need a voice actor that can,
Yeah, same to you.
I'm working on, like, doing my girl voice.
Pretty
So
nice.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But yeah, if you ever need anything in the future, feel free to reach out. With that being said, we will wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for joining me on this project, this experiment. Good luck to you
Thank
in the
you.
future. Again, the link is in the description with his YouTube channel. If you guys check it out, please do not subscribe unless you actually plan on watching the content in the future. All
I
right.
agree. Thank you guys so much for hearing what I have to say, and have a good one.
We'll see y'all later. Bye.